Should be good to go. All right, flipping over. Should be good. And we are good. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another RSG lunch stream. I am, of course, your host with the most, Ranger J 1999, part of the RSG crew, and I'm glad you guys are joining me today on this lunch stream. We do this every day, Monday through Friday, from 12 to whenever we get done. It's no set end time, but we're going to have some fun. We're here to bring you something fun to listen to during the workday, wherever you may be. Maybe you're just finishing up and you're heading on your way home. Maybe you're just waking up and getting ready to get into the office, or maybe you're at somewhere where you're taking your lunch. Doesn't matter. You can listen to us live while we're doing this now, or you can listen to us later on and catch up on what's going on. Doesn't matter. Glad to have you guys here. Welcome to the lunch stream, and we're going to do some fun stuff. We're going to do a roster review, which we always do. We're going to have Ranger J 1999 suffer through mod depression, and then we'll take your questions. If you have questions that you would like answered, all you need to do is put your question into the chat. Make sure you put question in front of your statement, and we will get it squared away. And by we, I mean me. And do me a favor, make sure you do put question in front of your statement. We use Nightbot, and for us to be able to scoop up the questions, that's one thing that's really important. So I, who am scooping up the questions, will get those squared away. Also, do me a favor, if you're watching this right now, give us a thumbs up on the video. It really does help support the channel and get our content out there to the YouTube world with their algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already. Subscriptions always matter, so if you haven't subscribed, please do. It doesn't cost anything, and you can get those free updates on when we are going live. We do a lot of live streaming, not only over here on Twitch, so if you haven't followed us and subscribed on Twitch, do the same thing. We do a lot of GAC, and we got a lot of stuff going on. With Twitch, with YouTube, we put out a lot of content for you guys, for Galaxy Heroes, for Battlefront. I just got a new game that I will be playing sometime this week. Thane, aka Minato, wanted me to get something, so I did. I got the new Naruto game, the Ultimate Ninja Storm Road to Boruto, so I'll be doing that as well. So we're throwing our hats in a lot of different ways. We just had a great had D&D campaign yesterday that we did, so if you haven't checked that out, please do. I do Battlefront on Tuesdays and Fridays, where we go and play Battlefront, have a lot of fun. A lot of people join us on that. DSP and Force Master and Just Ian comes by when he's available to come play. He loves playing Battlefront, and make sure you check out his channel. Also in the middle, well, a couple things you guys see. Scrolling up top is all of the Patreon sponsors that we have. If you'd like to become a Patreon, please do. I'll give you the benefits later on after the roster review. In the middle, you can see we have Vader's Cup of Plenty. If you would like to make a donation to the stream, you can do that, and lots of cool stuff drops from the air. We got Porgs, Poopville Baby Rangers. We've got the Pickle Extravaganza. So if you'd like to donate and support the channel, please do. There we go. So good morning to everybody. Make sure you say hi in chat so I can see who's out there in TV land, and I'll shout out your names here in a couple minutes. Joining me on this journey, of course, is Grim the Mechanic. Good morning, Grim.
Good morning.
You made it.
Barely.
It's all right. You're a little tired, getting a little sleepy. That's all right. Yes. Let's see. Anything else I missed? No, I'll cover some of the other stuff as we get into it. So let's get into it. So let's see who's out there in TV land. Let me go through the top here and scroll through and see who is with us today on this incredible Monday. We've got Dr. Feelgood. He's the one that makes you feel all right. He says, happy Monday. Couldn't listen live to D&D yesterday, so no spoilers, please. Don't worry, we won't. Brigaris Aegon says, hello, BA. Jason Hommel says, hey all, I made a lunch stream. He's very happy with a smiley face and a wave. Hey Jason, glad to have you here, my friend. Waffle Dolphin says, ugh, I'm hungover this morning. Waffle must have been a hell of a Sunday. Gruffalo's here. He says, hello y'all, Monday fun day. Yes, it can be. I know Mondays are hard, but we try to make it a little bit fun for you guys. Briere Zagon just asked a question. He said, when is the Remon stream? Whenever he's ready, I'll do it. I told him, if he pays me, I'll do it. And we'll sit there. I'll sit there for 5 hours streaming as I do his. Speaking of that, this Thursday I'm going to be doing a remod session. BCM wants me to redo his stuff. So Thursday in the afternoon, I haven't set a time yet. Probably after the lunch stream we'll do it. We will do a full remod session live on air so you guys can see how much it is to go in and remod an account and stuff. So we're going to do that on Thursday, hopefully. So stay tuned for that. Let's see here. Who question marks here says, good morning. Got my Brood Alpha to 7 stars this morning. Yay. Congratulations. Honchelo's here says, hey guys. CBO97 says, good morning. RSGers. Good morning to you, CBO. Fat Tony 99. Hey, he's here. He says, morning. Gaff P. Doesn't say anything else. It's a couple thumbs up and wave and a ton of beverages. So thank you, Gav P. Darth Teflon says, good afternoon, everyone. Let's see. Slimy Head. He's here. He says, hey, everyone. Dommy P says, hi. Ray Rock says, good morning, RSG crew. And the lovely Ouchie Dumpling. And there's, speaking of which, we've got the lovely Ouchie Dumpling here. It says, howdy, lunchers. Excuse me. Xylo says 13. He's here. He says 13 subscribers away from 700. That's our good friend from Takedown Games. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do. And if you haven't subscribed, maybe check that out. So, Fedichico says hi. Dexatronics says Ranger N. Well, I don't know what that means, but good. Hey, Dexatronics. Shadowville says, hey, peeps. Hey, Shadowville. Let's see. Ray Rock says, good morning, Big Z. Hope you get those 13 people today. Hell yeah. Dexatronics says, Ranger J leads the way. Absolutely. Spider says, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Spider. Jason Krulik says, hello. Hey, Jason. Matt Bailey says, gracious good morning, gentlemen. Hello, Matt. Andrew Copton, my favorite person. He's here, says, blame the loss on the Canadian whiskey. Yeah, it happens. I'm not, yesterday I did GAC. I lost just some bad RNG. It happens. I mean, we were both evenly matched, and it just came down to one or two teams here and there. He struggled against some of my defense. I struggled against some of his defense. But it's okay. We do GAC for you guys to learn some of the counters and stuff. I made a bonehead move on one of the, I went back and looked and reviewed like what I did, and I was like, oh Lord, what was I thinking? But it's not easy when you're streaming live GAC, when you're actually just playing GAC. If I had tons of time to think about it and just take my time, it'd be different, but it's all good. I mean, a loss, it's all fine. I'm still well on my way to Kyber League. I'll get Kyber League, and I'll get Kyber League. I don't know what that means. Great. So, but yes, I am drinking, Andrew. I've eaten a lot of the Chex Mix. It is ridiculously hot. He put ghost pepper in a lot of those. Woo, doggy! Talk about some hotness. Shit is hot as hell. And yes, the whiskey I'm drinking religiously for you, my friend, because I cannot thank you enough. I've been thanking you for many days, Andrew, and thank you for the kind package. As long as you keep sending me that kind of stuff, I will make sure to drink it. Ray Rock says we need to donate to Remon Fund people so people can work on Remon's roster. Oh, goodness. Waffle Dolphin says, anyone else having a problem using your regular energy in the game? No, I haven't had any issues. Yeah, I haven't had any issues. So, Grande Verge's here with the pickle and the... get out of here. Oh, Lord. Ziglet's here. Hey, Ziglet. Swarp 30 says, hey, Ranger, how's life treating you? It's treating me pretty decently. No complaints. Life's hard, but you do what you do. So anybody else I missed? Sean Ryan's here. He had a question. We'll get to those here in a little bit. But I think that's everybody I can see in the chat. Again, if you're here, make sure you give us a thumbs up on that. Yes, Grande Vergate. Rerun does still play the game. We were doing the live stream last night. It was brought up, and I'm like, listen, brother, I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that for free. I will stream it. You pay me, I'll do it. So that's kind of how it goes.
The biggest question is, does Grande still play the game?
Yes, he does. Grande does play the game still. All right, let's get into it. It is now time for America's favorite pastime and his Swuggo favorite. Ranger J 1999 suffers through depression. Mod depression, that's right. Ranger J is going to go dick around with mods, and that's what happens every time he does something like this. So, we're going to slice a mod today. I had one mod that came up that's green that I've been working on. It's the one right here. I need to slice it, but I need some energy, and I had got some of the slicing mats this morning, so we're going to We'll use 50 crystals to get some more mats. We need some more mats anyway. So we're going to go for this. I'm going through Lord Malik this time. We tried the other ones. It didn't work out too well. So we're going to try Lord Malik. Seems like that's our best luck that we've been having so far. So all right, we're going to go for this mod. So Lord Malik, you've really come through this time. I know there's a lot of protection, tenacity on this damn mod. But if you could find it in your evil heart as a loyal follower of Darth Revan, I know you guys had your differences, but I could really use some help on this mod. Help me, Lord Malik, get this mod. So here we go. Let's see what Lord Malik has to say about me getting this mod to a double-digit speed. Here we go. Well, I guess Lord Malik, it's my fault. I didn't explain it well enough, Graham. I had asked. Maybe I didn't say it clear enough, but we did not hit. We hit protection. Shit.
Well, protection rhymes with what, Ranger? Depression.
It does. So, but maybe he was trying to tell me something, So.
Well, he's mad at you for praying to Revan, man.
He did for a long time.
We all know that he, Alec and Revan don't get along very well.
I know.
Kind of falling out.
They did. And I understand why. I mean, he did cut off his jaw, but he was being mouthy. Just saying.
But that usually happens to roommates anyways.
Yeah, I mean, lifelong friends, you go to war. These things tend to happen. They do. There's nothing you can do about it. All right. Well, that sucked. All right. So, there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. So, but
when all else fails, blame Canada.
Yeah, really.
Canada.
With their beady little lies tomorrow night, the streets will fry. Blame Canada. It's not even a real country anyway. All right. Someday we will hit an amazing triangle. I'm mainly focusing on crosses and triangles. So I'm looking for them, guys. I'm stalking for those mods, because that's really the big ones I need. I've got lots of other ones that have crazy good stuff on the other ones. So yeah, here we go. So. All right. Let's get into the next phase of our programming, and that, of course, is our roster review. Let me get this squared away, and we will talk about it. Get everything set here, and okay, do this, and then let's go to here. All right, there we go. We got it up. There we go. We are doing Ranger K profile, and Ranger K, of course, is in UWL_Dagobah. Shout out to Ranger K's guild, and we will be looking at Ranger K's profile today. And Ranger K says, we'd love to get some GA defensive pointers without using all my offense. So we're just basically looking at what he can use on offense and defense for GAC and TW. Some ideas. Really, TW is up to your guild. So I can't really give you pointers there other than what teams are really solid that you can have ready to use, depending on what strategy, you or your guild wants to go with. I mean, for us, it changes all the time. So we know what the damn guild tells us to do. That's just the way it works. All right, so let's look here at his profile. I'll move you down. All right, so we can see that he's doing quite well. 4.3 million. He's doing great in fleet. He's doing great in arena. So no problems there. He's got the Darth Revan team. Let's just get into this and see what we can do. All right. No, it's not Ranger K1999. Get out of here, Slapmeat Head. This is a different Ranger. There was Ranger J, and then there came Ranger K. Alphabetized. So there you go. Really good looking roster. We got some Gear 13s here. We got Basila and all his team. You've got a Gear 13 Grievous. So, all right, let's go through and filter here and talk about each of your teams, look it over any things I can see. So Bounty Hunter's a great team. You've got a great roster for your Bounty Hunters there. Your boss, this is a defensive team. I like to put this team in the front. You can put it anywhere. You can put these teams anywhere. So you can put these teams wherever you like. Boss is a frontline defensive team. We've talked about the boss Django lead for a long time. I actually took my boss to gear 13 yesterday, so he's really a monster now. And your speed and your boss. All right, this is problematic. Not even close to being fast enough. I'm sorry, it just isn't. If I saw this, I would be troopering the hell out of your team. Troopers at gear 12 versus bounty hunters at gear 12. If the troopers can go off, they will wreck a bounty hunter team. Especially with some of the things that troopers can do. I do it all the time in GAC. If I see a boss that's slow, then I'm going to go and I'm going to go burn one of their characters down before they even know what hit them. Work on your speed of your boss. I know we'll go look at your mods here, but that's one thing you need to have. For instance, like my boss right now, his speed is 303. It's... we got to get him faster. You got to get him around 270. 270 with the 30 speed from the Django lead basically means that he puts him at 300. He can't be Trooper and he can't be JTR because they're not going to go first. And since you have the second Zeta on boss, what happens is boss goes first. He taunts. They can't remove it, and it's game over at that point for those two teams. So they can't get past boss. The other guys on the team, especially with Django, when he does this flame thing and keeps them from getting turn metered, then it's really bad. And the Scorp says, "Hey, Ranger, I just got my boss at gear 13 with the 301 speed. Salute you, sir. It's badass. Outstanding job done." But that's one thing I would recommend is get your boss. We need to remon and get your boss to 270 speed. It's got to be done. Even with gear 12, with the Zetas, your boss is too slow. If I was running this, I'd go Troopers. As much health and protection as these characters, they're just too squishy. And Gear 12 Imperial Troopers with the bayonets and things hit hard. I mean, they hit freaking hard. Death Trooper, Snow Trooper will just eat you alive, and they're going to get a lot of calls and assists. They're going to have the crit, they're going to have the buffs. And your team's not going to be able to do much because Death Trooper throws that grenade before you get a chance to go, because the way it goes, Stark is going to go first. Stark goes first, you're in trouble, because that means all the troopers get their turn meter, and they're going to go before your team does, and you're in trouble because you're only going to be able to use basics. You're not going to be able to use your AOE, and they are going to go through and destroy you. So something to think about. All right, bounty hunters. But good job on the gearing. Let's go to the next team. I'm going to go to Ewoks because I want to talk about Ewoks. Ewoks are a good offensive team. Now, one thing I've been doing that's been having success, I didn't have it yesterday, just had some crazy RNG happen. And my Ewoks are not that good. They're like gear 11 and 10. I run Womp in there. You can run the Ewoks by themselves. This is an offensive team, but this is a team you do not want to put on defense. But, man, it has a lot of possibilities on offense that you can use these for. So your Murder Bears are pretty good. If you're having your little tentative on who you want to use, you can go in there with Chirpa, Wicket, Low Gray, Elder, and go in there with like a Wampa against like a first order team. You can mix and match depending on the team you're using it for, but Wampa in that team I really like. It does a lot of stuff. You can use 3PO, but I like 3PO in other ways. Wampa and the Ewoks, man, it's a pretty potent team, man. You just call an assist all the time with Wampa. He starts crushing people, so it's like first order. So, but never put Ewoks on defense. Your first order, it's gear 12, but it's missing the Zetas, and you don't have first order Stormtrooper. It's a team you can use on defense. However, for you, since you're lacking the Zetas on the team, this would be a backline defensive team. If you need a defensive team. This is not a frontline team because you're missing the Zetas. You can also save the first order for offense if you want to use it against a Karth or something along those lines. But again, you're still lacking some of the Zetas. So it's eventually something you may want to go back in and work on. So you need first order Stormtrooper. He's a vital piece on that for defense. Your officer looks fine. But you need the Zetas too. And you need Kylo Ren, first order officer, pretty decently speeded for mods and health. I mean, first order is just officer speed. You want him going fast so he can give the turn meter to the rest of the team.
Well, he does have special forces.
He does, but he's missing.
Max,
I mean, he could go. His team was decent, but again, he's only got the Zeta on crew, and it doesn't work quite as well. So if you're gonna use this for defense, put it in the back line. You put that in the front line. I mean, I'd Ewok Wampa your team. Be like, go forward, little Ewoks, and kill.
Well, special forces TIE fighter pilot is better for the defense option because the AI plays it as a stun lock team. So
could be done. It's a good piece too. Your GR. Let's see how your GR looks. Fantastic. You can use this either on offense or defense. You can put GR on defense if certain counters. It can be killed. I learned the hard way yesterday. Don't mirror match it. But with your team. His team on defense if you wanted to, or you can keep it for offense. The ideal team would be Padme. You've even got Shock T with the Zeta. You could use her on the team for offense. Or if you're going to go defense, I kind of like 3PO a little bit more in defense. But Padme, 3PO, of course, the big three, Kenobi, Ahsoka, and Jedi Anakin. You do need if you're going to run this team, you need the team for. You need Kenobi's. Well, we're having issues.
Yeah, Kenobi's Zeta is a must.
Yeah, Kenobi's Zeta is a must. Keeps that taunt going and stuff, so that's always an important thing. Let's see here. But that's it gives you some flexibility. You can use them for both. Galactic Republic. Your troopers are definitely your offense. Do not put these on defense. Your Stark is lacking. He's only 197 speed. Again, this is pretty much gimping out. The one character that needs speed on this team is Stark. He's got to be 250 or above because he's going to get the 20 speed from Veers. So another character that needs speed, and one of the things that we always talk about is that certain characters need speed, certain characters do not need speed. You know, we farm speed mats because we need them. You want your fastest speed characters to have the best speed mods that you can possibly get, and Stark is one of them. He is the engine that gets the troopers going. So if you're going to use this team on offense, which you can, you have to realize that you've got to have Stark going fast. You've got to have Stark like with the plus 20 around the 270-280 mark. If you're going to take out, say, like a bounty hunter team or some other team like that, because they've got to go first. They've got to get off their abilities first before that, because if they don't, if they get or stunned or anything like that, you're in trouble big time.
Well, there is a caveat to having a fast Stark, is if you have his Zeta, because then he slows down the opposing team.
Yeah, you can do that too. So,
but that requires a Zeta.
Yeah, but focus on the speed. So, but that's an offensive team. Night Sisters, great defensive team. You can use it for offense too if you want to. There's such a great combination. You need to gear up your Night Sister Spirit, get her to at least 11, put her in that team. It's a world of difference for the Night Sisters having Spirit in there besides Talia. But until you get your Spirit done, you can run Ventress with Talia and then the rest and put them in the back line. It's a nice little team to have to deal with. You can put them wherever you want, but they're a great team. It forces them to have to use a team to beat it. Certain teams can't take it out, but that's even not a guarantee. I had some crazy RNG yesterday with mine. I don't know how they did it, but they were hitting me hard. I made a boo-boo. I killed Doc. I should have killed Ventress on there, but wasn't was in the moment. Yeah. Well, you're in the moment. You're just like, okay, let's get the Reser out of there. But I'm forgetting I'm annihilating. It doesn't matter what DACA does. So,
yeah.
Well,
get rid of Night Sisters are what won this round. The guy got stalled by my Night Sisters.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, Night Sisters are a badass team on defense. You've got the pieces, so this could be a frontline or backline defensive team. Let's see. First order, Republic, troopers.
How about Geos? How are his Geos?
Yeah, let's look at Geo's next. This is another team. Even oh yeah, you can put this team on defense. This is a great defensive team. You can use it for offense. They're great. So again, you're seeing you can use teams on offense and defense. I like Geos on defense. They are really they can be killed. There's some things that can kill them. Yours are gear 12 with the brute alpha with the zeta for the brute. So
he's got it for the leadership.
Mm-hmm. They get crushed by GR, but that's good. They make you use a GR team or a the Treya counter. It can be defeated. Certain teams can handle them, but it's a team that you got to use some good stuff on. You can't go in there with crap or you will get annihilated. And even then, you might get annihilated because the Geos they're no joke, man. Let's just be real. The Geos, man, they're nasty, and yours are very nasty. Just not about speed, just lots of good health and protection and damage on them. You can make your brute alpha when you're fast. Your character is fast, but they're nasty, man. So you can use them on D, but go backline defense with them if you want to save them for offense. There's different opinions on it. I like mine on defense. I've had a lot of holds on defense because people have to use a lot of good teams in my front line, and then when they get to the Geos in the back line, they don't have the necessary teams to beat the Geonosians. And that's why I get a lot of holds with them. And mine are not even close to yours. Mine are like gear 11, and
they're extremely good on offense as well. Like I took in a 75k Geo team.
Mm-hmm. But
and took out 110k Basilet.
Yeah,
with them.
The thing about
there and watched.
Yeah, so Geos, if you want to keep for offense, I don't have a problem with that because they can take out a lot of good teams on offense, especially yours. But if you're lacking a defensive team and you need one, put them on defense. I'm totally cool with that. So it's another idea for a defensive team that you can use. So it just depends on, you just got your opponent, things what they have and things of that nature. You're going to be people with the same thing, but I don't think anybody's going to be prepared for a Geo squad like this. And I think if you put this in the back line, you could have some good success. But if you want to save for like Night Sisters, things of that nature, I don't have a problem with that.
You might want to look into dropping another Zeta on Brute Alpha to have the Brute come out at the beginning of the round.
I think he does have that one.
No, he just has the leadership.
Yeah, the leader. Yeah, get the Brute. Yeah, you definitely want the Brute. That's the next Zeta you should do. Let's see.
Nice team right there.
It's a very nice team. Old Republic, this is a team for defense. You can use it for offense. Another team I'll talk about is Karth, Zalbar, Candace, Juhani Mission. You can use this team. And it can be defeated by a lot of stuff, but, if you can get it to gear 12, you have to use certain teams. Palpatine can take it out. CLS easily handles it. There's a lot of teams that it can take out, but you're trying to. The idea is you put this team on the front line. They have to use something to beat it. And if they don't, if they mess up, this team. I've had 4 holds on defense with this team, so it's pretty nasty. Using this team, so you can use this team on defense. Some people like for offense. I don't. I like it for defense. I like the Old Republic for defense. It does very well. Makes a bird a team that they necessarily don't want to burn. So Old Republic is definitely a team you can use on defense.
I did a variation for my GAC this time around because I decided to do the Kira Stall team with Zalbar and Mission.
You can use that team, yeah.
But what I did instead was I did Karth lead, T3, Candrass, Juhani, and Hermit Yoda. And that one held 4 battles.
Yeah, you can mix and match.
I was so surprised.
All right, so your Jedi you can use mainly. I like Jedi Knight Revan for offense. He can be countered too easily now on defense. If you have to put your Jedi Knight Revan down on defense, you can. They have to use it. It's still a great team, but a lot of people have a lot of the counters for Jedi Knight Revan with Grievous and other things like that can kill it pretty easily. But I like to keep Jedi Knight Revan for offense. It's a mainly offensive team. It gives me a lot of flexibility in my offense. You can use it for defense, but you mainly want to keep it for offense. Next team.
Yeah, I agree. General Grievous, it's good to have that. Because he can take out a Darth Revan team.
Yeah, Rebels. We always.
If your Padme team fails at taking out a Darth Revan team, you can
sure.
There and go.
So, you've got your Rebels here. They're for offense. Don't put these guys on defense. It's way too easily countered. AI does some stupid stuff. Same thing with resistance. JTR is a offensive team. So again, they look great, but you need to focus on offense with those tunes. Sith are the same way. You can do a lot of combinations. Of course, Darth Revan I like to put on defense. You can use him for offense or defense, depending on what's got on your opponent, what they have. Maybe you need to want to keep him for offense based on what you're seeing. Your Sith Triumvirate is an offensive team. You can go with their 3-man team with your Sith Triumvirate. You can kill a lot of stuff with the Sith Triumvirate. Just those 3 characters alone. They are incredibly badass. They do so much with Isolate and Annihilate. Scion's ridiculous. So I mean, just their offense. And then the Emperor Palpatine Vader combination, always a good combination. I always run an Empire team with them. Sometimes I put Thrawn, maybe I go Tarkin, TIE Fighter Pilot. You can take out Karth. You can take out a lot of teams with Emperor Palpatine. So that gives you 3 teams for offense. If you're going to put any team down on defense, do put your Darth Revan team down because maybe their Darth Revan team can't handle it. There are some counters to Darth Revan out there, but it's upper echelon. And if they're going to try for your Darth Revan, they better bring it correct, because if they don't and Darth Revan gets off, and I've seen it, where...
And Urza's experienced it on multiple occasions.
Yeah, so...
Love you, Urz.
Yeah, Urz is our boy. But yeah, if you're going to put one team down on defense, it's the Darth Revan team. The other 2, I would say, for offense. It gives you a lot of flexibility on offense, but you can put your Darth Revan team on offense and still be fine, especially if you're keeping CLS, Jedi Knight Revan, JTR, the GR team. You've got your Sith Triumvirate. You've got the Palpatine team. That gives you like 6 teams right there that you can use, that you know you've got a good counter with, that you can go forward and kick some ass. So... but if you want to put a defensive team down, go with Darth Revan. So let's go to Scoundrels. This is another set of groups that people sneeze on, and they shouldn't. And the team is Kira. There's Kira Stall, but I like Mission and Zalbar on the Old Republic team. They get more synergy and it works better. But Kira, L3, Vandor, you can run the Prepare team. You've got young Lando, and where's your young Han? Where's young Han? Young Han's 12. You just get some gear in your young Lando, just get him to 11. That team is getting me crazy amounts of defense right now. I put in the back line. You can run it. It's an awesome team to run. And I love it. I mean, that team, when you get to the back line and you see the back line I have with that Kira Stall team, or Kira Prepare team, it's a nasty team. You know, with Kira, L3, Vandor, young Han, and young Lando, that team has been getting me sick amount of defenses. And like this last GAC, they could not beat my Kira Stall. They get to the back line, and usually in the back line I've got Geonosians, Night Sisters, General Grievous, and Kira Stall. Good luck. So then they just went through Darth Revan, my First Order, my crazy bounty hunter team, and Old Republic. So they get through that using a lot of their upper echelon teams, and then it's like, so like Grievous, it took 4 battles to beat it. Then they went 2 against Kira Stall, couldn't beat it. I mean, this is the team that you should definitely be using for defense. I love it to death. All right.
Well, another alternate if you don't want to use young Han, because the AI really doesn't know how to use him very well.
No, but the thing I'm noticing with the Prepared team is that the reason it's just they keep regenerating health and protection. Yeah, the AI doesn't use young Han right, but with Lando in there and just Han's basics, he's hitting hard, man, with that team. Good Lord. And then you're trying to get through L3 and dealing with just what the team does. It's why in a back line, the Kira Stall team is nasty, man.
I was just saying an alternate that you could use is like Captain Han.
You could.
He actually does deal a decent amount of damage. He dazes, and he also can revive just like Vandor.
Yeah. All right, and then last line, some defense you can use. You already talked about Geonosians. We're looking at your Separatists. General Grievous, you can use on offense for that team, or you can go defense with that team. I like Grievous on defense. It's a pain in the ass. Again, he's in the back line. Mine's gear 13 like yours. However, you may want you want to make him your Darth Revan killer. go for it. But the team that you need for him to be an effective killer is there's some other pieces. So you can use them if you're going to use it for offense. You can. Now, the team I've been using for defense is including, I got rid of Magna Guard and I've been putting in a new gun ray, and people have just been losing their mind trying to figure out how to beat this team. So I actually like Newt Gunray on that team a little bit more than Magna Guard. It's been holding defense like crazy. So it just depends. There's a lot of different variations of using Grievous. You can use it for offense. You can use it for defense. It's a really disgusting, nasty team with the Gear 13 Grievous. So yeah, so just variations. But you've got if you want to use the Geos and Grievous for your defense with Night Sisters and other things. So we've given you some ideas on. We've gone through your entire roster now. We've given you some ideas on teams that you can use on offense and defense, depending on what your opponent you're facing has. So let's say your opponent doesn't have a Gear 13 Revan team, or if they're missing Malik, you definitely can put your Darth Revan down, because then they're going to be like crazy, like, oh Lord, what do I do? It's going to force them to try to use one of their other teams. It can just be daunting, but you have to look at you have to really scout the opponent, check out their mods, check out their speeds, what teams they have, and then you can based off what you're seeing from your opponent, what you want to use. The good thing about you, Ranger K, is you've done a great job of getting the characters you need to run all these teams. We saw some modding issues. We're about to look at your mods, but I think if you can get like your Stark and your Bosk and some other characters squared away, then you'll be really good. So let's go look at your mods right now and finish this off.
Oh, wow.
So let's see. We'll filter by speed.
It's got some really nice mods.
Oh, yes. Very, very nice mods.
Look at that health arrow on Grievous.
Mm-hmm. Not too shabby. So I'm not seeing... So really, your mods are great, man. I'm going down the line. I mean, you've got a ton of speed mods. One of the things is, we just need to remod a little bit. Some characters that have some mods on them, I'm like, for instance, there should not be a speed set on Kenobi. There shouldn't be. So you're going to have to do some remodding. We talked about some of the characters, like that diamond that's on Kenobi, for instance, that should be on Boss, because Boss should have better speed. Kenobi's just about health and protection, just not really about Kenobi's speed. Little things like that. You definitely need to remod, but when it comes to the mods you have, and not a damn thing wrong here, my friend. There's some badass mods. Get out of here, YouTube. Yeah, I'm not much I can say here. This is really good. There's some mods you can slice, like on Geonosian Soldier. Getting some of these mods that need to be sliced. It's few and far between each one. Nothing here. Just keep farming your speed stats. Keep farming the mods you need. You've got a good mixture of mods here. They're really, really, really good. I have no problem with this.
A little bit more offense sets. I'm noticing his speed.
Yeah, we could do some offense.
Don't really like he's got that. Two of them that are above a 15. So
yeah, you could do that. So there's certain sets you can go for some offense. So mix it in with your speed mod sets that you've got here. Keep farming your speed sets. Just keep slicing. Keep trying to get into the 20s with your speed and stuff like that.
Other than that, he's got
pretty nice. It's not too bad at all. No, not too bad at all. But yeah, some offense would be nice. Maybe some tenacity. I'm nitpicking here. But yeah, your mods look great. So I have no problem here. But we need to remod some of your characters. Boss, Stark, some other characters like that. If you have questions about that, Ranger K, you just message me in Discord. And we can get you squared away. But overall, pretty damn good job. This is a very nice account. Just some suggestions that we have for you to help make your teams better so you can be more efficient with your attacks, more efficient with your offense, just more efficient overall. Whereas, some things that we're seeing, it's not a gear check for you. There's a couple characters here and there, but most of your characters are gear 12 or 13. I mean, there's a couple characters in your squads that you can maybe, like Force or Stormtrooper, or that you could work on. But other than that, it's a great roster, man. Very focused, very well done. Take some of those suggestions on characters you need to remod, characters you need to work on, some Zeta ideas that we gave you, and also think about the teams we mentioned that you can use for offense and defense. So that gives you some ideas of what you can use for your GAC. So there you go. All right. So I think that covers everything. I'm just looking to see if I need anything else. Nope, that's it. That's what he wanted us to focus on. So Ranger K, if you have any questions, message me in Discord. We do that for anybody that we do a roster review for. If you would like a roster review, an in-depth roster review that we do every lunch stream, all you need to do is send your GG page to Finity in our Discord, Finity, with your GG page and a little bit about what you want us to look at. Give him a day or two to respond. If he doesn't, send him another message. He will respond eventually, either way. And when he does, he'll let you know that you're in the queue. And it's a 3 to 4 week wait. He'll put you in the queue and let you know that. When your time comes around 3 to 4 weeks later, he'll message you again and pick out a date and time when it's your turn coming up, and set a date so you can either join us on the Zoom call, which some people have done, or be able to watch it live so that they can see what we're talking about live. Either way, it's fine, however you want to do it, but when you message Finny, do let him know. Now, the other thing that we do, let's talk about Patreons. For our Patreons, one thing we do offer our Patreons, among other things, is if you are a Patreon right now with a roster review in the queue for the lunch stream and you're $10 or more Patreon, you can bump your roster review to the top and get to the front of the queue instead of in the back of the queue. On top of that, being a Patreon sponsor, we also do mini roster reviews, which I will be doing today. Usually I do them around 5:30, 6 p.m. I'll start doing mini roster reviews. And all you need to do is, for that, if you're a Patreon of any level, when I'm doing mini roster reviews, what I do is I'll go through your account live on the air. You just pop your ally code in with like a question or two you have about your roster, and I will do that. We offer that for any of our Patreons. Now, anybody can come in there and get a roster review. But Patreons have first dibs. They know that because they are Patrons for the channel, that they get the benefit of whenever I'm doing mini roster reviews. And that's usually Mondays and Thursdays that I do those. Sometimes on the weekends I'll do Saturday or Sunday. But whenever we're doing it, you guys, have questions. You don't want to wait for your lunch stream. The lunch review, if you have one, you just need a quick answer on something. We throw their ally code in, and we get you squared away. So if you would like to become a Patreon, do that. Yes, Graham?
But Ranger, what if I really suck at mods and I don't want to do it myself?
Well, then we've got the Ranger J 1999 modding services. I will remod your entire roster and get your squad squared away. I charge $15 for every 500,000 total GP, so pretty cheap. I work on the cheap, and I will do your entire roster. You have the option to, also, if you want to hang out and with me while I'm doing that, for me to break down stuff for you as I'm setting it up, so you understand it. You can pay just $20 additional, as long as you have some kind of Zoom, Skype, Discord, it doesn't really matter. Get on the call with me, and as I'm doing stuff, I'll let you know. Now, I'm going to be doing one of these on Thursday for BCM, and you guys can see me working in action. I'll clean up your mods. I'm going to get rid of all the crap mods that you have. I'm going to get your teams from your arena down, squared away, certain characters with speeds, make sure all your characters have the right kind of mods on there. And this is something I offer, and the $20 additional is just so you can talk and ask questions and learn. I want you to be able to learn while you're watching it. It's totally up to you. If you don't want to do that, then I'll just go and do it. And then, just make sure that you have your login information so I can log into your account. It won't take me long. Depending on the higher the GP, the more time I'm going to need. So it's usually for like say a 5 million GP account, which I've done here recently. It's going to take me about 4 to 5 hours, and I usually do it in at a certain time, so you make sure everything's squared away. If I'm in your account at that time, I'll make sure that if you need anything, I'll get it squared away, and then you'll be good to go. You'll have your mods squared away like you need to. Shadow says, "Can I get a family friend discount?" Yes, we can negotiate the price, Shadow, if you need it done. So yes.
Cost you $10 extra.
No, I wouldn't do that to Shadow. But Shadow, if you really want that, I'll give you a discount on that, brother. You know I would. But yeah, so just message me RangerJ1999 in the Discord, and we'll get you squared away. All right, so that's Rangers Mods. That's our account. Thank you, Ranger K, for letting us look at your roster today. It's a great account. Good job. And shout out to your guild, UWOL_Dagobah. So shout out to you guys. Got a great guy here doing a good job. All right, let's get back into the game. And this is now time for questions. Question time.
Looking up the questions.
Questions.
Quick gaming PSA.
What?
The Hello Games, the creators of No Man's Sky, just announced that the new update, Beyond, is dropping on the 14th. And also Borderlands 3 is September 13th on the Epic Games Store. Okay.
So make sure you check that out. All right, let me... there's no events going on today. I hope you guys are ready for the Padme event. She's in there. It's coming. The 7th. It's coming, guys. So, all right. Let me get some GW going. No, I don't want that. Hold on. Let me get some GW going. We'll go with... we'll go with the Geos again. Why not? I got my Brute Alpha done. It's got the second Zeta. Let's go. Let's go have some fun with the Geos. All right. And let's get to the questions. So while that's popping up, let me get this going. Okay. All right. Put this in here. Let's see. Briareus Aegon question. Oh, that was a remod. remod stream. Whenever Remon wants it. Who question mark times 3. Question, do you think Newt Zeta will be needed if you use Newt to get Padme? You don't have to have it. I think Finn made a great point. He's like, try to do it without it, and if you can get it without it, great. But if not, and you really need it, then put it on. It depends on the team you're running and stuff.
I don't know if it's going to be needed, because isn't the Padme team like they don't get debuffs when they have protection or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
And Newt's one only works when it only does the additional damage when Separatists apply debuffs.
Right. Let's set this here. Next battle. Sean Ryan, who's question mark? We did that one. Sean Ryan question, can you not give any advice to Clone Troop 211 today? I faced him in GAC tonight. All right, I will remain neutral. So I will remain neutral. You guys have a great battle. Let's see here. CBO 97 question, can GG and Asajj gear 12, B2, Magna, and Nuke gear 9 unlock Padme at 7 stars? Ooh. No.
I don't know. That might be a tough one.
That's going to be a tough one. You're going to need some crazy RNG, but that 7-star of battle is ridiculous. So, mainly because the Gear 9 characters you have are going to die fast. The AoE alone will probably take them out.
Yeah, Anakin will kill him in one shot.
GG and Asajj at Gear 12 is great, but not having the other characters there is going to be really hard. If you haven't unlocked your CVO, you've got her 5 or 6 stars, that'll be okay, but not having the other characters at a certain level is going to make it hard to get 7-star Padme. 5-star, yeah. 6-star, probably. 7-star, not at that level. They're going to get crushed. What else? 73 question. Which would be the best leader for a second bounty hunter team out of Embo, Aura, Greedo, IG-88, and Zam? Would it be better to add another character like a tank? Not necessarily. There's a couple ways you can go. Out of those, Embo, Oro, Greedo, IG-88, and Zam. I like Embo. I like Aura for PvE.
Zam is pretty decent.
Zam's pretty good too. Not IG-88 Agrito. Get those two out of there. I think Or get out of there if it's for PvP. But Embo and Zam, you can go with either one of those two.
Though, to be honest, if you're running two bounty hunter teams, you can get away with splitting up Django and Bosk.
You could. Depends on the speed of your Bosk, and it depends on, you know, what you're trying to do. You can run Django in there. So I'm not against that idea, because I think if you can run Bosk in one team and then Django in the other with those characters that you just mentioned, since they do a lot of AoE, they're going to get the additional speed. If you're going to run Boss like the old Boss team, make sure that he has crazy good speed. Like mine has 303. That's not counting anything with Django gives. So yeah, it just depends.
Like when you're running the Django Boss team, you're kind of compromising two of the best bounty hunter leads in the game.
Yeah. But you're giving up something to gain something really important. So, but I don't know, if like your boss is like 280 speed, and you can run it with the traditional bounty hunters, and then you can go Django with like Embo and Zam and some other bounty hunters. You can do that too. You know, just as another team, especially if you need another team, you can do that. It's up to you. But out of those, the two that I would pick is Embo or Zam. What else? Any three question. Out of the Imperial Troopers, which would you gear 13 first, second, and third? Stark first.
Gear 13.
Yeah.
Snowtrooper.
Yeah, Snowtrooper would be up there for the damage.
He does 80k on his AoE at gear 13.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
He's insane, dude.
I mean, Stark though, because the 10 speed you're going to get, especially if you're in a speed set, is huge.
Yeah, that too. They all benefit a lot from gear 13s.
Yeah, but if I was, those would be the ones I'd initially do first. All right, I'm trying to do GW at this at the same time. Let's see here.
I kind of wish they'd let you do a thing where it could not so much skip it, but start at one and then just do an autoplay, so it runs your team through all the nodes without you having to select the node every single time in the new team.
I know. What else? Any three question out of the? We did that one. And our Wilson question: what teams are Geo's good for offense against? Plenty. Pick one. Bounty Hunters, crush. Night Sisters, crush. First Order, crush. I mean, the upper echelon teams, they get a little bit tricky. Not Padme. Padme wrecks Geos. I'm sorry, they do. They just do nothing but add health and protection back to the team, and you piss them off. So do not use Geos against GR. You're just begging for a beating.
Well, it could work against GR. It's just, yeah.
A Gear 12 team of GR with all the Zetas it wrecks Geos, because you can't, even with your Geos at Gear 12, if it's Gear 12 versus Gear 12, the Geos, because of doing all those calls and assists outside of that, you're giving protection back to the team. You cannot get them down with their health. And as that team continues on, and once they flip the script and start getting courage, they're going to start just one-shotting your Geos who do not get that benefit. They heal and stuff, but like it's nasty. I've seen it so many times. But they can beat like a Jedi Knight Revan team, Night Sisters. They struggle against Darth Revan. You can do it, but it's not pretty. They struggle against GR, but some of the other teams they can definitely take out. They're pretty nasty. But just like any team, they've got those hard counters that can beat them. I use my Resistance team against the Geos because my Holdo is Gear 12 and she AoE dazes. Neuters the crap out of that team, and because using BB-8 and everything like that, it's pretty nasty. I've done it a lot of times for you guys, so you can see that Holdo's an MVP with the Resistance.
That makes me wonder. There's no one that can daze on the Geo team, correct?
They can stun. I don't think they have a daze. No.
Wonder if Nest could solo him.
It's been proven. I mean, Urge did it the other day. I mean, a Kieran lead or a Luke lead on Ness, so she has tenacity. They're not going to daze. So it could be Ness could be a counter to Geos. I've seen it happen. So there's that. All right, next question. What else in 3 question? Do you think that they should speed up Gen 1 characters on top of the buffing up they're already done, since new characters are fairly easy to get to 250 speed? It depends on the character. Some characters, as we've talked about, do not need speed, but I think some of those characters that are kind of the leaders or that need that speed to make the team work, I think that's a good suggestion for those initial characters. But some, like, they don't ever need a rework. Cup or Mob Enforcer or things of that nature. No. Wouldn't worry about it. What else in a 3 question? There are a couple in my arena running an EP lead Trey assigned Darth Revan Fallen Basilisk team. I'm just curious what your thoughts are and how you would counter that.
Something that can daze.
Yeah.
Stop that turn meter gain.
I mean, they're running that because they probably don't have Malik. Or they're missing some other pieces. It's a good team. Problem is we've seen that they've neutered that a little bit. So if you've got a Darth Revan team they can run it all they want, it's not going to hold. You can do good on offense, but you're going to fall like a rock on defense. So that's probably why they're running it. They're missing some of the other parts, like a Marauder or something like that. Maybe they're not. They just like to run a different team. I don't know the whole circumstances of why they're doing it. It's not the ideal team. I mean, a lot of people, when we first got Darth Revan, were thinking about that as teams, as combination. But, you know, with Darth Revan, Bassi, HK on the board, and some other things, it could work. I mean, you can make it work. Anybody can make any team work. But not a big fan of that combination. I think for arena, it's fine, but I wouldn't do it anywhere else. All right. See these other questions. Fat Tony 99 says Gear 10 Newt, Zeta Newt lead, Gear 11 Dooku, Gear 13 double Zeta Saj, Gear 13 Spy, Gear 12 Pog or Soldier. Which one should I use to round out the teams for Padme event? Do I see a chance at 7 stars? Yeah, because you've got a Gear 13 Saj and Spy.
I wouldn't recommend using Soldier because he does that.
You need a tank.
Stuff. I'd recommend Sunfac or like
Geonosian Brood Alpha.
Guard, Brood Alpha, or B2 even works too because Dooku will stealth everybody except for B2.
So yeah, something along those lines. You need a tank in there. I would go with Saj, Spy, Dooku, Newt. You know. I wouldn't worry about Poggle or Soldier.
The best one for that is Sunfac.
Yeah, you can go Sunfac. You can go B2 is really good. You need B2 in there, so I would actually maybe put B2 in there with your Dooku, Saj, your Spy. I mean, a little bit of a mixed match, but if I was just based on what you said, that's kind of what I would do. Dommy P question, Ranger, do you remember your lineup and gear level? Zetas for 7-star Padme, planning to rewatch your stream. I was 6-star Padme, gear 12, all Zetas on my team. He had a 7-star Padme, gear 12, Zetas on the team. So there you go. Hermit Fulgrim question, does Newt's revive proc GG Zeta? That's a good question. I don't know if it does.
Yes,
it does. Yeah, right?
Yeah, I've had it proc for me during the TV because I use Grievous and Newt together. Yeah.
Shadowville, what are GK's mod primaries? Protection or health? Protection. I go tons of protection on mine. I mean, health is a just think tank. Tenacity, defense, whatever sets you got. I mainly went protection on Kenobi. I'm not worried. This is how I think my Kenobi is. Let's pull him up.
Well, using Kenobi with Padme, with all the protection up that
that's why I do that.
Based off of the character's protection, is it not?
Yeah, so you can see what I got there. I've got a defense set with health sets, so I get health from there. But I'm running 83,000 protection and roughly 40,000 health on my Kenobi right now.
Nice.
So that's kind of where you want to go at.
Real quick though, back on Fat Tony 99's question about the Padme thing.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, he says he has a Gear 12 Brood Alpha.
Oh yeah, use that. Good Lord. Jesus. Yeah, you'll be fine, brother.
He'll probably make it real easy for you.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Gap P question. I saw this dude in Gap P says, I saw this dude in a cape with no jaw and red lightsaber in the sandwich shop at lunch, slicing bread behind the counter. Do you think that's why the Malik event hasn't come back yet? He could be in witness protection. We don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe he's the guy in that Liberty Mutual commercial. That he can't say his name. He saw some things, but he can't talk about them. But he did save a bunch of money on his car insurance.
No,
All
right, let me see if there's any more questions.
Ouchie is saying for GK to do health under a Padme lead.
No, protection, baby. But Ouchie girl likes to do things, and I like to do things. And
I'm curious as to why you would want to do more health, or
I'm on the protection.
I'm gonna hopefully be unlocking and 7-starring Padme when she releases this time, so I don't have much experience with her yet.
Okay. So, all right, back to GW. Got a few more questions here. Gap P question: would you still buy a sandwich if a Dark Lord of the Sith ran the store? I wouldn't be put off. Hell no, I'll be like, hey, I see you're a Dark Lord of the Sith. I'm a Dark Lord of the Sith too. Give me a meatball sandwich.
Hey, Sith bake the best cookies.
That's right. Ziggler question: who would you take to Gear 12 first, Newt or Magna Guard? Ooh.
Depending on what you use them for.
You need both.
I mean, even at the higher gear levels, Magna Guard is still real squishy.
Yeah, I like Newt more. You get more value out of that character. And I'm partial to Newt, so. And I hate IG Magna Guard. He's one of the next characters. I've got 3 characters to get to Gear 11. And
you're dreading having to do that to Magna Guard.
Yeah.
First gear farmed characters. Ugh. Oh, okay. So they're saying that the protection up from Padme is based on max health. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, you could do that. I still like protection. I just have that tank mentality for Kenobi, right? So, it's worked for me so far, so I'm sticking with it. Gav P question: have you guys run RJT as a counter for the reworked Geos? RJT. I mean,
not quite a Jedi yet, Ray.
Yeah. Yes. The key to that is 2 characters, in my opinion, for the RJT team is Holdo and Scav Ray. Scav Ray will one-shot any Geo on the board, even Brute, because she hits ridiculously hard under that team. If you guys have not seen a Gear 12 pad or a Scav Ray hit, you don't know what you're missing. It's ridiculous. She goes in there and does that triple mollywop. She will one-shot Geos. The other thing too, Holdo does her AoE day. She can bring back protection on the character, and that team along with R2, BB-8 doing what they do. There's a lot of foresight on the board, so it's proccing a lot of stuff because there's foresight. It's a nasty team. Sometimes I lose Holdo, sometimes I don't, but by that time, I've basically cleared half the Geos if Holdo goes down. So Holdo's the MVP because when sure AoE days goes off, it's the Geonosians aren't doing a damn thing, and Scav Rays just run around beating the snot out of them. So yeah, if you're gonna do it, use Holdo. She is the MVP of that team, and I'd use it all the time. So there you go. But the better counter is GR. GR just looks at the Geos like, bitch, please. You're just making us angry. All right, let's see. Next question. If there's any questions, I think that was the last one. I think we're good.
Actually, I think there was
one more from Gav P. Yep. Question. I've remodded my Geos, Sunfac, and Spy. I've put no speed on high health protection on Sunfac and high offense. CCCD speed has been put on the other three. Think that's the best way to go? Absolutely. I love that. Absolutely.
Yeah, the Geos, their main gimmick is the hive mind and their insane amount of assists.
Absolutely.
Crap.
Absolutely. I like that a lot. I think you're right on the mark with that.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the last question. So we are going to end the stream here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. There's 64 of you guys watching right now. Please stop what you're doing and give us a thumbs up on the video. It really does help get our content out there into the YouTube world. So if you wouldn't mind, I would be very appreciative and thankful if you would do that. It would be awesome
if we could hit 50 likes.
Yeah, I always shoot for 50 likes. So we're 22. Can we get to 50? I don't know, but it'd be nice if we could. So if you're watching this right now and haven't given us a thumbs up, please do. Very much appreciated. Make sure you follow us on Twitch. I'm going to kind of talk about Finn. I think we're going to start moving GAC back over to YouTube. We will do some stuff. We will be doing some stuff on Twitch. We'll move it off, but we're looking at like what's the best thing for our fans. Some people like Twitch. Some people like YouTube. When I do GAC, I've been doing it in the afternoon. I think we're going to move. After this GAC, the exhibition, we may move it to prime time. Do it like 7:30 at night. Just so you guys more people can watch and enjoy the GAC. A lot of people will watch it afterwards because they can't watch it in the afternoon when we've been doing it. I've always let some of the other YouTubers, sort of like but I think if we can run it.
That would make it to where I could actually, hang out.
Yeah, I just think we can get more people to participate and stuff like that. So I'm not going to care what the opponent does. I'm just going to go in there and attack, and do it that way. So we'll see. I mean, GAC, once I hit Kyber and Exhibition, I'm really not going to care anymore about GAC in the sense that I like doing it. I like the battles and stuff. But at that point, once you've hit Kyber once, you're good. It's like, oh, I'm going to hit Kyber again. The only reason I'll be doing what I'll be doing moving forward once the GAC starts is just for gear. I really won't care where I finish. Getting Kyber once is good enough for me. Because you don't really get anything else for me. I was looking at the rewards. I'm like, God, these suck. It's like a title. Like,
the rewards for actually ranking up aren't exactly.
They're not the greatest thing in the world, but they are something. That's something I hope they look at. But we're working on a lot of stuff for you guys in the background. So, but yeah, follow us on Twitch. We're still doing a lot of stuff on Twitch if you guys haven't been watching us there. We'll be doing that, and then. Let's see. We check out our Patreon. Remember, we talked about all the benefits of being a Patreon. If you'd like me to remodel your account, then please message me, RangerJ1999, and we'll get you squared away. So I think that covers everything. Again, shout out to everybody watching us today. I'm going to be back around 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'll post the event here in a little bit to do some more mini roster reviews, some mini roster review mayhem for you guys to get you guys squared away on your accounts. So if you're a Patreon, check that out. If you're not, then maybe become a. So yeah, it's only Expedition Wars are like to change. Yeah, they probably will. Actually, we'll see. But we've got some stuff in the works. So with that, we're going to call this one done. So on behalf of myself, Grim, and the crew, thank you guys for being here with us today. We'll see you in a few hours for some mini roster review fun. So yeah, have a great rest of your day. And